Good evening and welcome to Feel Good Talk Love 101. I'm your host, Charles Brakely, along with the host of Love 101, my man Naeem Najib. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How you doing, Charles?
What a way to make a grand entrance, brother. I saw you.
Yes, so I had to come with my cape.
Exactly. We apologize for being late tonight, but stuff happens and this is real life. So again, we're gonna get this thing started. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor today, which is the A Game. So we're gonna play that commercial and we're coming right back with Feel Good Talk Love 101. And that is the A Game, great for libido, energy, strength, and vitality. So if you want a free sample, I have 3 left. Give me a call, 302-723-2836. Again, 302-723-2836. Get your free sample of the A Game. And what's going on, Naeem? What we talking about tonight, brother?
Well, I want to talk about those 3 samples. Are they the same 3 or is it new 3? That's the question on everybody's mind. So
listen, it's a re-up 3.
Okay. Just making sure.
We get extra stuff here and there. So
Okay.
Just it's always 3. I always try to give 3 away per week or so. So they leave the shelf though. You'd be surprised. People hit me up. So
that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Again, we came on a little later tonight, everybody, but if you're not here live, you can always catch the recording. For those of you who are tuning in live, welcome. Thank you for joining us and for sharing your evening with us. Please do use this time to engage us, me, the conversation, the community about love and healthy relationships and toxic relationships. We just launched the site called healingtoxicrelationships.com. The site speaks for itself. It's all about what it says is about. healingtoxicrelationships.com. So check it out. There's there's courses available there. I would say that everything is available and everything does have a cost, and it's available regardless of if you're able to meet that cost, you're able to to pay for it, because no one will be turned away because they cannot pay. This is universal truth, information that deserves to be made available to anyone who can get to it, and there should be no barriers to entry. That's what we believe, and that's what we stand by here at Love 101. And here on Feel Good Talk Love 101, we're here together with Charles Brakely to have this weekly conversation with everybody. And I have to start with the conversation about love and fear. We got to talk about healthy relationships and toxic relationships to lay it out in front of you. So please share my screen when you get okay. So we got the facts of love and fear. So a healthy relationship, see if we can make this full screen for you. There we go. Healthy relationship and a toxic relationship. So a healthy relationship, aka love, is based on freedom, appreciation, communication or clarity, trust, truth, and sincerity. Notice that spells out facts, just to make it easy for you to remember. And on the other side, we got toxic relationships based on fear or force, attack, abuse, anger, conflict, confusion, trauma, triggers, separation, shame, suspicion, specialness, scarcity, all of those S words. So yeah, I'm going to just leave it at that. If y'all have questions about that, let me know. Otherwise, if you want to learn how to heal your relationships, heal your mind, wouldn't you like to? I got to go back into the. Now I got to do my what's it called? The
infomercial.
Yeah, the infomercial thing. I got to get back into that. All right, so Everyone, wouldn't you like to have a relationship, not just one relationship, but all your relationships, to be a place of peace and joy and happiness all the time? Wouldn't you love to figure out the one thing you're doing that's causing your relationships to be strained and heavy and upsetting? Wouldn't you like to know what to do to not get triggered anymore? Wouldn't you like to know what to do in order to stop the abuse and the toxicity in your relationship? Wouldn't you want to know what it's like to feel appreciation and clarity all the time? To eliminate any confusion in your communication with your partner and your family and your friends and people in your life? Wouldn't you want to know the one thing you need to do in order to have this type of relationship, and that anyone you meet, you'll be able to enjoy their company or enjoy your own company enough that you don't need anyone else's company? Wouldn't you want to know what to do in order to have this type of relationship and relationships all through your life, unlimited abundance everywhere? If you would, stick to the end and we'll give you the answer. For $49.99. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, there's always a price tag at the end,
Yeah. Can we get to the comments?
Yeah, we got a couple comments up here. Let's get right to them. We have my man Ash Shakir. He says 302 area code, huh? Sounds like y'all are broadcasting from Delaware. Well, actually, I'm in Delaware and Naeem's in Harlem. So yeah, 302. You got it right though, brother. How you been? I haven't heard from you in a while. Great to hear from you. And Lakaya, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. She says hello, Chucky and the Love Doctor. Appreciate that. So we had a couple comments from the beginning, but we definitely appreciate all the comments and thanks for tuning in. And we got my man came back. He's okay. Okay. Cool, brother. Yes, sir. Thanks for tuning in too. We appreciate you. So
yes.
Yeah, Naeem. So again, this is anybody got any questions out there, feel free to ask us. And we'll answer what we can answer. And we have Ash again. He says, good hearing from you too. Yes, sir, brother. Thanks. It's great to be heard from, So, but yes. Naeem, back to the, I don't know, you got something that let's talk about more about that, the toxic relationship, the website, the new website we have. If you
okay.
Yeah.
Then let me share my screen so you can see what's going on here.
I'd like to hear more. I mean, pretty sure, but I'd like to hear more about it too. See what's going on. So
let's see here.
Okay.
See if you can share that. So the relation, again, the site is the easiest site to remember in the world. It's healingtoxicrelationships.com. And so what we have here is, this is the front page. So this is talking about the course. We actually had the course happen. We're going to update the site and also include some recordings of the course that we had. This is the course about toxic relationships, and basically asking you if this course is for you. So the question, like the infomercial, do you want to learn about toxic relationships, how to identify them in every form, how to understand what makes them toxic, how to heal and purify toxic relationships? Do you want to better understand why and how certain relationships you've had become toxic and what part you played in the toxicity? Do you want to know how subtle forms of abuse can exist under the radar of everyone involved, but still slowly eat at the health of your relationship? Do you want to learn the one critical question to ask to deter and detect this tricky toxicity from ruining your relationships? Do you want to learn how to empower yourself so you never feel like a victim again? You want to learn how to create and enforce healthy boundaries in relationships? Do you want to heal every toxic relationship you currently have with anyone quickly? Do you want love and not fear in your life and your relationships? If you answered yes to any or all these questions, this course is for you. You can download the course book right here. And then this is talking about the 4-day course. This is the teacher's training. We're going to go through this. And the 4-day so-and-so. Then you have other things you have here are, again, the payment options, which I want to emphasize is, all right, my internet's acting slow, but I'll tell you, is that no one will be turned away because they cannot pay. So whatever the price is, pay that price, pay a part of it, pay it now, pay it later. Also pay it forward. Give a testimony of the course and share how it's helped transform your life and your views about your role in toxic relationships and how to purify them. And we appreciate that. We're going to have testimonies page coming up. We also have an online course already available on the site, the online course of What is Love, which is basically the course that we run down what love, the meaning of love is and what it's not. So that graph I showed you earlier about love and fear, toxic and healthy relationships, the whole course dedicated just for laying that out specifically in 21 lessons, where you have 2 assessments that you take in order to share what you believe love is, and then to get a different way of looking at it, and then to see what you think about it after. So all of the courses and materials offered by Love 101 are guaranteed to get you thinking a little differently about love and healthy relationships. We don't say that anybody's wrong about anything. We do say that there are universal principles at work that if you use them, you'll see different results than if you don't use them. And that's the point. And we want it exactly. It's like anything in life. You want it to work every time, right? You don't want to just fall in love, like you just fell in love. You fall, you make your mistakes, you hurt yourself. You want to more so join in love, and there's a way to do that where it is not painful, and that's what we want to teach and learn. So.
Hey, the question I always hear is, or always come across is people say, what they say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, or I'm in love with that person. Can you break down the concept of that? In love, being in love, and just being loved.
Good question. About to bring my screen up again so that we can see what's going on. So let's look at it. So let's switch the word love, because sometimes we get confused. We say, oh, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. How would that make any sense?
Right.
In any other context, right? It's because love is one of the most abused words in the language. We just use it anywhere whatsoever. And we're supposed to think that people are tracking our meaning, like you'll understand what we're saying. How about we just pick a meaning for it like this? Freedom, appreciation. So how about if you said that somewhere else, Charles, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I appreciate you, but I'm not in appreciation with you. That don't make sense, right? I trust you, but I don't really have trust for you. That don't make sense. I'm here with you, Charles, but I'm not really here with you.
Right.
It don't make no sense, though. So why we keep trying to get away with it with love? Because what we mean, and that's the question to ask, what do you mean?
Right.
I appreciate you. Look at the appreciation right there. I appreciate you, and I may not have romantic feelings for you. I may not want to join in romantic intimacy with you, right? No. I may not be attracted to you, but you can say that. You don't have to beat around the bush and say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, because we made this whole idea that love is special. Mm-hmm. Love is something that is only a romantic situation. Like, people say, oh, are you in a relationship? Like the whole word relationship, when I tell people I teach about love and healthy relationships, they automatically think that I'm talking about romantic relationships or sexual or marriage or, dating, that sort of thing. Like that's only a small spectrum of the human relationship experience. Mm-hmm. You have all sorts of relationships. You have relationships with your friends, your coworkers, your family, your employers or employees, your vendors, your neighbors, all kind of relationships with people. And those relationships will fall in one of 2 categories, the 2 that you see on your screen, toxic or healthy. So if I got a neighbor that I'm like, I can't wait till I see this person. I'm gonna bust the windows out their car. I'm gonna just wait till they go out the house. I'm gonna vandalize their stuff. Like, is that a toxic or a healthy relationship? Or if I have a neighbor where I'm like, hey, I'm going to go out of town, I'm gonna leave my keys under the mat. If anything happens, call me. And, if you could water my plants when I'm gone, and check out my lawn, or whatever kind of situation you have going. Is that a healthy or a toxic relationship? Sounds like there's trust on one side and trauma on the other side, or conflict and abuse on the other side. It could be a neighbor. It could be your romantic partner. It could be your person that's serving you at the dining room, the restaurant. There's going to be a healthy and a toxic relationship, and the forms that they take are many, but the content or the essence of them are right here. Every toxic relationship is going to have fear in it. It's going to have abuse in it in some form. It's going to have trauma or triggers, conflicts, all that is going to have that in it. Every healthy relationship is going to have appreciation in it. It's going to have communication, trust, truth, sincerity, right? So we teach universal ideas so that you don't get caught up talking about, oh, well, I'm talking about marriage, and for the married folks out here, y'all got to understand that, you got to appreciate your partner every now and then. Imagine how long it take me to get through the message. If I'm like, all right, now we're talking about friends who've been in friendship for 2 years. Y'all got to appreciate each other. Now for the friends that've been in friendship for 5 years, y'all got to have appreciation. Now for friends that've been, knowing each other for 10 plus years, you got to have appreciation. But for them friends that've been together for 20 years, you know what you got to have? Appreciation. Now let's talk about your siblings. Siblings, you got to have a healthy relationship with your siblings. Appreciation. Now let's talk about the parents, though. You need to have a good relationship with your parents. Let me check my notes real quick. Appreciation. You know what you need to have a good relationship with your neighbors. You guessed it, appreciation. But guess what, though? But guess what? Not done. What if you're working and you have colleagues at work and employers and employees? You know what you need to have a healthy relationship? Well, we're out of time. We'll get to that next week with the colleagues and the coworkers. We don't have enough time to talk about that. But we talked about friends, family, 2-year, 5-year, 10-year, 20-year friendships, married people. You'll see what I'm doing here. It's a waste of time. Right. Every relationship thrives on appreciation. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how much time. It doesn't matter how much commitment. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if y'all like the same movies or y'all live together, don't live together. It's the same thing. And if you can see these principles played out in your life, and I'll say specifically the one on the left side, the fear and the abuse, that is what we really need to look at, because if we look at that really clearly, we'll see that we have contributed to the toxic relationships in our lives. You might say, well, I'm not abusive. I don't abuse people. I don't attack. And it's like, yeah, but what if you allow people to attack you? You're a person, right?
Right.
If you had a little child over here and, they were about to cross the street without looking and you didn't stop them and they're in danger, running after a ball or something. If they get hit by a car in danger, who's going to get in trouble? You, right? Because you supposed to look out for them. So why shouldn't you look both ways before you cross the street yourself? Why shouldn't you set up boundaries in place to protect yourself in relationships? So if I say, oh, well, my boundaries, I don't receive verbal abuse. I don't want anyone calling me out my name, guilt tripping me, attacking me verbally, yelling and hollering, screaming at me, and all that being verbally abusive. But then I say all that, but then I allow myself, I have somebody who's just constantly degrading and demeaning and attacking and shaming me verbally, and I just sit there and take it in the night. And you say, well, why did you let them do that? Like, well, they had a hard day, so they were just venting and stuff. Or I'd say that there's some special partner. Oh, well, that's my, my relative, or that's, I've known them for 20 years, so it's, no, it's not okay. It's like a punch thrown from someone you know for 20 years, or punch thrown from someone who you know for 20 seconds is still a punch thrown. Shots fired, right? It doesn't matter who's shooting. The fact is that shots are being fired. And if you're not going to sit around and get hit by those shots, then you should shut that down regardless of who's aiming at you. And you say, oh, well, I can't stop them from doing that. Yeah, but you can't get away from them. You can't check and say, look, I don't appreciate you attacking me or verbally abusing me and they keep doing it, then you can remove yourself from the situation. Because at this point, you're using them to abuse yourself. I use the scenario of a burning building all the time. You're sitting there, the building's going up in flames. You're like talking to the fire, like, fire, stop burning my house down. The fire's like, no, I'm gonna just keep burning your house down. That's probably the wrong sound effect for fire. More like, burning your house down, right? So it's like, I'm cold, but yeah, fire is gonna burn you down. Then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come right back. You better not be here when I get back, fire. You go, you come back, fire's still there. Okay, so now the question is the fire going to not burn you just because you had a really strongly worded talk with it or wrote a strongly worded letter to it? No, the fire is going to continue burning the house down. So are you going to stay in the burning house or not? Are you going to leave? It's like, but I lived here for 20 years. All right, yeah, but it's on fire now. You wouldn't stay in a burning building that you're just visiting. So why would you stay in a burning building that you live in or that you've been in for a while, that you're familiar with? And that's how we abuse ourselves. We're like, oh, but I know that person and I know when they used to be a certain way and they promised this and that. So it doesn't matter. You're still using them to abuse yourself. So at a certain point, if you keep going in the burning building, the fire is actually no longer burning you. It's one thing if you wake up and you're in flames and you run out. But if you're in flames, you just stay around there and you got smoke inhalation, you stay in there. Right now, you are using the fire and the smoke to burn and suffocate yourself because it's not going to change just because you had a strongly worded letter written to it. All right, we can get to the comments now.
Yes, sir. Let's see where we at now. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go right here with okay, we went there. Hey Ash, great to hear from you too, brother. But we went there already. Author LC Logan says, join in love, yes. So she likes that saying, Naeem, that you talked about. And let's see, hold on. I done lost the comments. Lord have mercy. Hold on. And Kendra also says, join in love. Now that's a beautiful phrasing. Yes, it is, Kendra.
And hi, Kendra. It kind of beats fall, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And LC Logan says, that's good stuff. Yes, it is. Naeem, he brings it, don't he? Man, Nash says, it sounds like these principles can apply to relationships in general, not just romantic relationships. Yes, sir.
You know what, Ash? If you missed my talk earlier, I was talking about the things that make a friendship for under 2 years healthy. Do you remember appreciation? But what about if it's over 2 years, Ash? Then you got to bring appreciation. But what if it's 5 years? You know what you need then? Appreciation. But what if it's 10 years, though?
Well, you get the
appreciation.
Exactly. Hey, Ash, thanks for that, brother. We appreciate you.
Thanks.
I agree that it's not okay, regardless of where the abuse is coming from. That is totally true. Get up out of there, man. And Kendra says, since I started watching Love 101, I started incorporating I appreciate you after I say thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Saying that helps build bridges. Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Yes, it does.
Appreciate you too, Kendra.
And
you want me to read this one?
Elsie Logan, she says, thanks. Wow, you're saying so much. I'm over trying to prove my love according to other people's expectations. Not only in romantic relationships, but all the others you mentioned. I was being so abused and giving so much of my love away and finding myself wounded. In turn, I began to demonstrate the same abuse. Like, okay, let's play. Not cool, though. Why? People compare love too much and usually based on things or outward public displays for others that have nothing to do with the relationship. I'm assuming that's what that says. I didn't get all of it there. Absolutely right, LC Logan. What you got to say about that, Naeem? You're on you're on mute, man.
I was saying, can you leave it up? I'm trying to reach up and get on top of this. All right. All right, here we go. So Yeah, that's very articulately said, LC. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes,
And
indeed.
yeah, talking about proving love and all that because
Yeah.
of expectations. Let me just say this: in the curriculum that we teach, curriculum, it's expectations are out of they are born in fear, meaning they're born in a place of uh, not love. I mean, it's not healthy to have expectations, any kind of expectations. You know, some people say, well, manage your expectations. We talked about this before, and it's just that expectations are premeditated grievances just waited to happen. You know, and if you have freedom, remember the first F for love, you don't have to have expectations because you know that everyone's free to do what they want to do, not do what they don't want to do. You don't have to express.
Right.
I mean, if you expect anything. And that doesn't mean you don't have plans like, oh, we plan to be on here at 7 o'clock, right? That didn't happen. But that doesn't mean that now we shame ourselves or say, oh, you know, you guys are so, you feel bad about it. It's like you do the best you can with what you have and make adjustments. But definitely trying to fit yourself into other people's expectations, especially if they're not laid out in front of you specifically, right? Because you find out about these things, you find out that you had expectations and you didn't even know, right? Like, oh, you know, I called this person 3 times and they didn't call me back. So I feel like, you know, you feel like they're disrespecting you. And then you realize your expectation was, if you want to articulate that if I call you once, it's okay. If I call you twice and you don't pick up, it's okay. If I call you 3 times and you don't get back to me within, let's just say 24 hours, that's not okay. I expect you to get back to me within 24 hours if I called you 3 times. And it seems so petty to say it like that, but how come these feelings come up when it's like, say, you know, well, I called you 3 times today, Chuck. Oh, I called you 3 times yesterday, Chuck, and you didn't reach back out to me. I'm like, oh, you got some problem. I don't know what's going on, but that could be a hidden expectation that I need to look at in myself because it has absolutely no reflection on you or anyone else. It has everything to do with me. Because who said that is even valid whatsoever? Do we have a business arrangement? Is it like every time I call, you know, I'm gonna deposit $100 in your account or whatever? Every time you pick up, you're gonna deposit $100 in my account. There's no real written arrangement, but we have expectations with so many things. Right. You know, you have expectations that here's a common one. You all know the people that call and just talk. Like they don't ask you if you have time to talk. They just be talking, and they won't stop until you like, I gotta go. You don't really get a word in edgewise. You just talk. So their unconscious expectation is that you're gonna sit there and listen to them talk, right? And then if you want to talk, they're like, oh, you know, they don't want to listen. I gotta go. They want to talk, right? But they may not even be conscious of that, but it's there, and you sometimes don't see that an expectation is there until you run up against the glass wall of it and say, oh, that hurt because they didn't text me back right when I texted them. And so I feel I'm making myself feel hurt because I expected that's how they would respond. And nowhere was that part of our understanding, our communication. That's just something that I personally, selfishly thought was supposed to happen. And it's called scripts. I'm holding someone to my scripts, and you don't fill in these scripts. Like I may have an expectation that you respond a certain way. Like, you know, hey, I like apple juice. Don't you like apple juice, Chuck? I'm like, no, I don't like apple juice. Like, what? You don't like apple juice? We're friends. We're supposed to like the same things, right? You may think something like that. And maybe somebody just really doesn't like something that you like. Maybe they don't agree with the same viewpoint you have. Like, I didn't know you voted for so-and-so, and then that throws your expectation off because you thought this person voted for the same candidate you voted for, but you never talked about it. You just thought in your mind, oh, of course, everybody votes for this person because everybody's smart, because I think I'm smart, will vote for them. And I'm like, oh, you didn't vote for them, you must be stupid. Now, how about they're just not you? How about that's it? And they made their own choice, and they have the right to make their own choice too. Why? Because they're free. They're free, and they don't have to vote for, and it doesn't make them wrong, and doesn't make you right. And it doesn't make you smart or them dumb. It doesn't make any of that. It's that whole freedom of speech thing and all that. But even before we wrote in these laws about freedom of speech, which we should be grateful for, because some countries, you can get put in a black site for saying some of the things you say regularly over the phone or just in public to people. Like literally today, you say certain things against the government, you can get disappeared very easily, and so be grateful for that, even though it is written in. But a man, woman, child, human being cannot give you this freedom. This is a freedom that you are born with to express yourself as you choose. I'm not saying that in certain parts of the world, societies, that you may not be attacked or punished for expressing yourself, your political opinions and freedoms, your sexual, all your other, religious freedoms and of speech. But I'm just saying that beyond all of that, the baseline of all that, you are free, period. That's what love says. Love is what created you. Love is what you are, and love is freedom. So, period. All right, we can go to the next comment. So, right. Jamila said,
I don't know. Jamila, I don't know. That's just Jamila. I don't know what that means. All right. I don't know. But anyway, we'll go to Elsie Logan again. She says, we must begin to teach our babies this ASAP. I think Fatima mentioned this last week. That is so true because, like Anaim said earlier, love is definitely an abused word, and people give it so many different meanings. Also, she says, laugh out loud. I can't. She said, I can't, but that's how stressful it feels. Okay, I guess she's talking about the thing that she wrote. And Kendra says, what's up? Love Doc and Dr. Feelgood, my peeps. What's going on, Kendra? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. I got used to that name.
Yeah, I got to get you used to it, Dr. Feelgood.
I'm not used to it yet, so. And Elsie Logan says, brother, I'm going to take every, she must mean every curriculum soon, trust me. So thank you, Elsie. And then she's actually inviting people into the feed. Then she says, yes, i.e., thus demonstrating the same type of abuse, example, expectations. And Jamila says, people say that just the way a person is, regardless of their behavior.
Yeah, that's making excuses for abusive behavior. I get that.
Right.
And I want to go back to what LC said about taking the curriculum, going to take every curriculum. Look, even though I got 13 books out and 10 podcasts and a bunch of online courses, it's the same curriculum over and over again. It's like, where are these things? I don't even know what a book, I don't know what the books are, but I got all the books are saying the same thing in different ways. Mm-hmm. And that thing, can you share the screen again? This thing that I share every week is basically the basis of all the curriculum. Fear on this side, love on this side, freedom, force, appreciation, attack, communication, conflict, confusion, trust, triggers, sincerity, separation. Like it's the same thing, whether we're talking about cohabitation, whether we're talking about sexual relationships, whether we're talking about marriage, whether we're talking about being a people person, whether we're talking about love, trust, communication, it's all the same. And I invite everyone to go on the Healing Toxic Relationships site and take the online mini course on what is love. It takes less than an hour. You can do it while you're washing clothes, while you're driving, while you're walking, while you're just relaxing. You can listen to it, you can watch it. You can watch it on TV or just listen to it, because I created it to be a multimedia form of the book and the books that I write, so that you can also take the assessments and such. If you just listen to the playlist of the videos one after the other, it lays everything out. The lies about love, the truth about love, and how to do it. Appreciation exercise, how to do it. The questions to ask, how to introduce that to someone, how to use it right now. This is not a cumulative curriculum that I'm offering necessarily, unless you're training to teach with me. Like I also train people who want to teach this curriculum. You can sign up to do that. In the meantime, if you just want to use it in your personal life,
right,
all you need is this chart right here. Just internalize this and use it. all you need to do is listen to what we're saying, listen to those that online mini course, and it's laid out so every child can understand it. It's very simple, and so trust me, it's not something that you need a whole lot of time, because I'm someone who I'm lazy, so I don't like taking a lot of time to do something that takes a short amount of time. It's like someone saying, "Hey Naeem, we have a goal to reach. Would you like to take 10 years to get there? Or would you like to take 10 minutes? It's like, let me think about that. No, let's take the short way. Would you like to take the route where you have to spend a whole 10 weeks to get this done? Or you can spend 10 minutes to get it done. You have to read 10 books or one book, right?
Right.
You gotta take 100 steps or 10 steps. It's very simple.
Mhm.
And I'm someone who's like, let's get it done, apply it right now. I always give you something you can apply right now. And it starts with shifting your thinking. This is not rocket science, y'all.
Yeah, we got a few more questions here. Did we get that, Jamil, already? Yeah, we got that one. Arthur Visionary LC Logan says, when Love Doc gets up and walks away, laugh out loud is hilarious and lightens the conversation. Yes, it does. Because sometimes he throw me off and I'll be laughing, trying to keep it straight, but it is what it is. She said that was a typo. I meant taking the curriculum. We got it. Trust me. Yep. So, good conversation, man. Great conversation. Thanks for the comments and concerns. We definitely appreciate it. And
Yes.
it's awesome. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. So, yeah, Naeem, great conversation like always. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something to throw out in the air now. Let's see.
I got something.
Go ahead. What you got?
We haven't talked about so much on here about boundaries and etc. I want to talk about that a little bit, just to show you a little bit of what boundaries are like. So let's go to share the screen, and we're talking about enforcing boundaries, simple stuff like this. So enforcing boundaries. So let's say your boundary is a behavior you won't tolerate. So someone reaches out to me only when they need something, like when they're in trouble and they need help or they need money from me. I don't hear from them any other time. Now, mind you, that is specific. That's an abusive relationship. If you are only reaching out to someone when you need something, again, if that person is not 911 or hospital or something, or they're reaching out to you only when they need something from you, that is an abusive relationship, straight up, y'all. Again, unless you're in some kind of business contract where it's like, all right, I'm on call, I'm like on retainer to provide you with this PPE or something, then fine, call me up. But if not, if it's just your friend, family member, and the only time you hear from them, oh, it's been so long, what's going on? Like, yeah, I was just thinking about you. I need $10,000 to invest in something. I was thinking, if you could just, I could get that right back to you if you just, but then you just called me the other day asking for money, right? That sort of thing. I didn't hear from you for years or for months. Every time I hear from you is you need something, or you trying to get me to give you something. No, that's abusive, straight up. So here's a boundary enforcement. What will I say or do in my boundaries course? I'll tell them, look, my number is not 911 and I'm not your angel investor. If you're only going to contact me when you need something, don't bother contacting me at all. Draw the line, and also catch yourself if you're only contacting someone when you need something, even if it's just you always contacting someone when you need to vent or you want to vent to someone. That's also emotionally abusive. There's something in here about that as well. I have clarity charts. The whole book is summarized in clarity charts because it's about being clear. Boom, here we go. So I'll read the right side because you read the violation, Charles. So let's say you have this boundary around holding space for someone. You don't want to be complained to or emotionally dumped on or vented to without your consent. You want to be asked to hold compassionate space for someone who wants to vent or talk about things that are emotionally heavy.
All right. Violation. Frequent emotional drive-bys. Your conversations, interactions with a particular person usually turn into a venting session or a therapy session. They expect you to listen to their problems and give them your full attention, which drains you. Yes.
Right. Now, we all know about this. We've all probably been on both sides of this. Now, explain your boundary and teach them how to ask you to hold space for them in your own words. You're like, look, when you vent and complain to me, I don't always want to hear it. And I don't always have the energetic capital or capacity to hold space for you, and it affects me negatively. I would appreciate it if from now on you would, if you want me to listen and hold space for you, that you ask me first. You can just say, hey, I got something on my mind I want to talk about. Are you willing to listen? Clear? Simple as that, right? So just giving y'all some examples, right? Some things like, let's say, a social boundary. When you socialize with someone, you give your full attention and would like them to give their full attention as well.
And a possible violation, you are with someone who is constantly distracted and not fully present with you. They scroll through their phone and hardly engage you. Yeah, that's true. Yep, that's a pain. And I see that a lot. Even if you go out to dinner and you just look around the room or look around the restaurant or wherever you may be eating, and that's all you see is people on cell phones, man, constantly. So.
I'm sorry, what were you saying? Say that.
Exactly.
I just had to look at this meaningless Instagram post from someone who doesn't even know I exist about something I'm going to forget immediately. That's why I couldn't be present with you. Sorry, Charles. Not sorry, though.
But that's true, though.
So you can easily tell them, excuse me, I would appreciate it if I could have your full attention when we're together. If you're preoccupied right now, I would prefer we can connect in person when you are totally free. You can also dismiss yourself from that scenario if you no longer want to be there, right? You can just be like, hey, I gotta go. And that's it. It's not like you don't have to make yourself feel disrespected, right? You can just, that's one thing we say about loving correction is don't take it personally unless somebody is intentionally personally being a jerk. And if that's the case, you're abusing yourself by being around them. But in most cases, people are just on their regular habit, like familiarity breeds contempt. They just, just being on there, doing their thing. And you have to bring their attention. Like, look, I want to be present. I'm calling this into attention because I actually value our time together and I want to be present with you 100%. And I would like the same because I don't have to be here and neither do you. And if you'd rather be on your phone, then do that. It's just, you can't have it both ways. Right? Unless you're showing me something on your phone or we're doing something that we both need to be on our phones. Otherwise, be here now with me. And they don't have to be. And that's also the case. No one has to follow your boundaries or, respect them. But you also have to respect yourself enough to say, I really don't like when people on their phones around me. Before I get really aggravate myself, I'm going to dismiss myself. Say, all right. I'll see you later. Let me know when you're free next time that we can hang out, with our full attention here. And so that's a couple of examples. And then let's end on this one, your home or work boundary. You want visitors to announce themselves before they show up to your home or workplace.
Mm-hmm. Possible violation. Someone shows up unannounced to your home or workplace expecting an audience with you.
So you can explain your boundary. No, go ahead.
Nah, I hate that too. At least give me a call. Let me know you're on your way. Don't just pop up to the house. That's one thing I don't. That's one thing I don't like either. So
yeah,
with me. Yeah,
exactly. So you can explain your boundary to them. Tell them how to engage with you at home or at work or wherever. You can say, hey, don't show up unannounced to my home, my workplace, or etc. Contact me ahead of time so we can set something up. And I won't answer the door or welcome you if you show up unannounced. I just straighten up. And that's not, again, you're not being rude. You're being clear. And you're giving them, again, there's a difference between a complaint and loving correction. A complaint is, why you always showing up without telling me, man? Why you don't know if I'm home or not. You're just popping up. You don't have that's a complaint. A correction is, I appreciate if you give me some notice. Like, give me at least 24-hour notice before you show up, or at least let me know you're on the way. And if you don't Like, don't expect me to be there, number one. And even if I'm there, I might not answer the door for you. I could be busy. Like, I really don't and have unwelcome guests. I don't have unannounced guests at my place of work or home, right? You just say that. That way it's not special. It's like, oh, but I thought we was boys. It's like, yeah, well, boys, girls, cats, dogs, squirrels, everybody got to announce themselves, right? That's all. You know, you got to be on the list. So, yes, we can go to the comments.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got some comments. We got about 8 of them there. So let's see. Wait a minute. I think this is it right here. I think we're starting right here. Good stuff. I gotta get it right. Good stuff. You only hear from them or reach out to them when you need something. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know a lot of people like that. So, you know, and then Jamila says, what's going on, Jamila? How you doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. She says, what do you suggest to do when someone who keeps violating your boundaries? What do you do to someone who keeps violating your boundaries? And what would you suggest? Ignore, stop taking their calls, or block them?
Well, there's a long list of things you can do, and it's up to you. And the first thing you have to understand is you cannot force anyone to honor your boundaries. You cannot force, and you shouldn't expect anyone to respect your boundaries. It could be something as simple as, hey, take your shoes off before you come in. Someone's like, I never take my shoes off. I shower in my shoes. I never take them off ever for anybody. Like, that may be you, but you know, I guess we could sit out on the stoop, but you can't come in here which is like, nah, these shoes stay on. You're gonna have to take my foot before you take my shoes, right? If they on that kind of stuff, you're like, all right, well, maybe we can meet at your house. Maybe we can meet at Starbucks. I don't know, but you can't come in the house with your shoes. Like, we sit outside, right? Because it's hot anyway. Let's put some chairs outside. You know, you can't force somebody to honor your boundaries. You just have to say, okay, what's the protocol after that? What is the loving correction? What is the enforcement? All right, they don't want to take off their shoes. They can't come in. Simple, right? They like, okay, they keep calling me. I say, don't call me after 10 p.m. I'm not answering the phone. They keep calling me. You don't got to block them. Just do what you said you was going to do, and don't answer the phone. Put your phone on do not disturb. Turn your phone off, right? Because, you know, unless it becomes belligerent and abusive, right? You don't have to, like, you can't force anyone to abide by your boundaries, right? Because some people have boundaries that may not make sense to you. It's like, no swearing, no swear words, okay, no profanity here. Like, and again, that may be, you may use profanity all up and down every day. And you're like, but why? Like, you and me talking. It's like, no, don't use that bad. Don't bad. No good. Don't be a naughty Nancy here. And then you, or is it negative? No, naughty Nancy is better. So then you might just say, okay, well, fine. I won't either. I'm going to adjust and just not use profanity around them, or I'm not going to talk to them like freely or whatever, because their boundaries may not make sense to you either. But again, if that's how they feel that they want to be respected, then that's them. You don't have to respect or honor anyone's boundaries either.
Right.
So let's just remember that. So that's what I just know, that if there's something that your boundaries are a reflection of your self-respect. So if your household, you say, take your shoes off, someone doesn't take their shoes off, then if you allow them to walk around in their shoes, you're disrespecting yourself, because your space is an extension of you, and you're allowing someone to disrespect your space, so you're allowing them to disrespect you, because you didn't have to allow them in, right? That's the thing. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah, you knocked it out the box, baby. And Elsie Logan says, I've done that and open to others checking me if I ever made them feel this way, because she's checking them if they ever made her feel draining or toxic. So she's done it before. Okay, great.
Okay.
That's right, Elsie. That's what you should do. And she says, yes, communicating how you feel, because sometimes people really don't know how they are affecting you, or vice versa.
Right. You literally have energy vampires out here who it's like, you could just have drinking 100 protein shakes, done 100 push-ups, run 100 miles, have 100 hours of sleep. Then you talk to this person 10 minutes later, you like, dang, I feel like I need to go get a coffin and lay down somewhere because it's like just draining, you know? You take a long nap.
She also said, this is so good. Thank you.
Thank you, Elsie.
And she says, yes, now that's me too. You can't just roll up and I don't do it to you. Sometimes I'm trying to get myself together and I may not be prepared to deal with what the other is bringing. I communicate this boundary in love verbally, but also in action when someone doesn't respect that boundary. Awesome.
Yes, that's a good way to say it. Express it in word, love and correction, and express it in action after, right? So
exactly. And Kendra Moore, she says, they can only violate your boundaries if you allow them to. You are free to choose the door deuces to continue to or continue to answer, in my opinion. That's true.
Thank you,
deuces. And Elsie says, I actually know a father and daughter that experienced that, and the dad got mad and left because he refused moving the shoes. Laugh out loud, but it's serious though. Yeah, that's true. That's some people tell you to remove it. You have to, straight up. I've been in situations like that before. I just took them all. It's no big deal. She also says, thanks for breaking down boundaries in both sides. We got so much work to do to retrain our thinking and actions.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Naeem.
No, I was going to say something ridiculous, so you should just go ahead.
All right. Jetty Gal, what's up? She says, great discussion and clarity as always on love, expectations, boundaries, disrespect, and more. Appreciate you, Dr. Feel Good and Love Doctor. Okay, that's me. Okay, and the great questions and comments from everyone. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got an awesome family here at Feel Good Talk, man. We definitely appreciate y'all for coming on and commenting us and keeping us on our A game. No pun intended. Elsie Logan says a coffin though I can. Kendra says great show. Thank you, Kendra. Appreciate it. Shout out to the Love Doctor himself. And again, I just want to let everybody know everything that Naeem is talking. This is all written by Naeem. You can, and this is all his stuff. We didn't look it up on Google. We didn't search it and all that. This is all his stuff. So give the man his props. So
although people have stolen, bootlegged, and resold my stuff, if you look on Google, so it's good if people bootlegging it already, and it's like not like I even asked you to pay for it. So if you bootlegging stuff that's free, it has to be good. It's like you know what, forget
like
this.
I said, when I first heard, once we got together and we started talking, I started understanding a lot more than, it's just so clear. Everything is so precise, clear, straight to the point. No chaser. Boom. This is how it is. ABC 1, 2, 3. That's it. It's real simple. So
those of you
who still don't know what love is, definitely check us out, every Wednesday, and we'll let you know exactly what it is. So there's no confusion. Love doesn't hurt. I keep hearing that all the time. If you love me, you'll deal with the bull crap. Or
that's insane.
He really loves you because he deals with so much crazy stuff that you do.
That's insane.
That's insane. Exactly. So
it is insane. If someone loves you, they won't put up with your nonsense and because when people are on their bull crap, they know they're on their bull crap. And they're like, let me see how much of this is let me see how much of this they're gonna take.
Right. Exactly. So again, everything's clear and precise. So definitely appreciate you, brother. Hey, I just want the people to know where they can find us at. They can I hit the wrong button. They can find us at LinkedIn at Feel Good Talk, Facebook at Feel Good Talk, YouTube at FGT Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. Also on Instagram at feel.goodtalk, and you can email us at feelgoodtalk113@gmail.com. If you want to come on the show, and we're looking for people that want to come on the show and talk about love straight. We welcome all. So if you want to come on the show and you want to talk to us live, we can go back and forth and conversate. It'd be great. Great conversation. You know what I mean? What's that on the back, Naeem? All right, that's nice. So again, feel free to get in contact with us if you want to come on here live and talk to us, in person. That'd be awesome. Let's see.
Yes.
Also, just to let you know, we have a whole bunch of shows here at Feel Good Talk, something for everybody. So I just want to go over the shows. We have some regular shows that we have is I'm sorry, the live shows. I didn't mean to say regular shows. Our Feel Good Talk Love 101. That's Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And we're right here, right now, with my man Naeem Najib, and we talk about the universal principles of love. We have Let's Talk About It tomorrow, which is Thursday at 7 p.m. with Kendra Moore and Izzy Meditates. Definitely check them out. They got a special guest tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. We also have Williams World on Friday at 6 p.m. with my man William Dickerson. And, we always got something hot over there. Jamila J's Girl Talk on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. She's coming all the way from California, so check her out. And then we have Give Me Some Sugar every other Sunday, Baking with Steven on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And he's coming all the way from Arizona. He does baking right there live and in call. So definitely check him out. We also have pre-recorded shows. We have Mindfulness Mondays with Izzy Meditates Monday at 9 a.m. We have Words from the Heart with Shane and Gordine Tuesdays at 9 a.m. We have More Life with Essential Oils on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. And for the kiddies, we have Cassandra's Corner Saturdays at 10 a.m. right here on Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. And I ain't always try to distract me when I do this, but, I'm getting better and better without being distracted. You know what I mean? So keep it up, buddy. Hey, we also have some more comments out there, so let's get right to them. Let's see what they're out there talking about. What are people out here talking about? Let's see. We got author visionary LC Logan. She says, love the wisdom and appreciate you both. Always, I thank this platform. Chuck, you told me, but until people come on, they won't know. Join in when you can and get the goods. Exactly. We try to give away, knowledge, things of that nature. Like I said, we're just tired of the same narrative, and we're trying to change it. So again, thank you, LC Logan, for that compliment. We appreciate it. And that's what we strive to do every day. Give you something that you can build on and take away from it. And she also says, yes, that's manipulation and control. And she also says, awesome. So y'all on fire tonight. We appreciate y'all. Definitely,
Thank you.
So, and shout out to my man Naeem doing his thing. So, but yes. Hey, great show, Naeem. I had a great time with you as always, brother. You know how we do. And
me too.
Yeah.
Did y'all see my new trick though? It's the disappearing act. So all right, so we just get this right here, and then when you drop it, oh, you're ready to go. Disembodied voice. But then
what is this?
To get it back, then
this is like LC Logan says, this is how he takes make it fun, take the I guess the seriousness out of the conversation and make it fun. So he's in a great mood today too.
I was just having fun. If y'all having fun too, that's good. Let's have fun. I didn't even know.
Always have fun, man, when I'm on here. So hey, where can they find your books at, man? Where can they find all your work at, Naeem?
Just go to healingtoxicrelationships.com. That's it. Okay. You do that.
Okay.
Yeah, healingtoxicrelationships.com. If somebody can type that in the chat so people look it up.
I'll do that right now. Healingrelationships.com, right?
Healing Toxic Relationships.
Toxic relationships, right?
Yes. Then everything you'll need is on there. Keep checking it because we're updating the site. It's being built and evolving and growing every day. And there's more things being added. You can connect with us. There'll be a page to connect with the community. There's a page to link you to this page, to Feel Good Talk, to the to Love 101 Media, to the books, to the curriculum, to free downloads. There's stuff there. There's ability to pay, and there's ability to leave a comment and testimony about what you have gained from receiving the course and information. All that's available. So healingtoxicrelationships.com. That's what it is.
Awesome, man. So again, like I said, we invite anyone. Go ahead.
Oh no. Okay, I'll end on my other note when you're done. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying if I said it already. If anybody wants to come on Love 101, let us know and we'll get you on. All right, all you gotta do is hit us with an email. Hit us in the comment section right now. Whoever's comment, if you want to come on live and talk to us, hey, we're willing to do that. I think that'd be great. Have open conversations with everybody, and just see some new faces on here. That'd be great. So,
Are you saying that you don't like me anymore, Charles? My face is not enough. That's how you take things personally. They don't have nothing to do with you. That's how you do that. And if you respond to that, then you're like, no, it's not about you. Like, look, feel however you want to feel. It still is not going to be about you. So,
we got let's see, we got some more comments out there too before you do the awesome ending. Let's see, what did she say? Let me see. She got Elsie Logan. She says, "Laugh out loud is your spirit is left." Hold on. Okay, I don't get that.
That's my disappearing act.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess. Thank you. I didn't get that. Elsie Logan, I'm slow on that one. I'm a little slow on that. Went over my head. And she says, healingtoxicrelationships.com. Get it, y'all. All right, we'll say we'll keep it there. And then Jamila says, like the Healing Toxic Relationship Facebook. Oh, okay, yeah. And also like the Healing Toxic Relationships Facebook page as well, y'all. Definitely like that. Go in there and check that out. And she says she will soon. She's laughing there, having a good time. And she says, get into it. Laugh out. Okay, got it. We got it, Elsie. We on it. So great show, Naeem. What's going on, baby? Talk to me.
All right. So on a petty note that I didn't want to put in the middle, but at the end, LC said something about she knew a father. I'm trying to find it. A father and a daughter that experienced that, and the dad got mad and left because he refused removing the shoes. And I said it's probably like this. It's probably like there was like, Dad, remove your shoes. He's like, all right, fine. Then she's like, Dad, I said, could you remove your shoes? He's like, I did remove my shoes. Like, no, Dad, that's not. You didn't remove them. Can you remove those terrible, ugly looking shoes you have on? He's like, I did remove my shoes. Like, no, what are you saying right now? That's your feet? Like, yes. Like, Dad, you need to remove those shoes and stop playing with me. And it's like his feet were so bad.
And now you done froze up on us, Naeem. But hey, man. Hey, listen, hopefully he'll come back again because I want him to end. Is he coming back? I guess not. But all right, well, that was great. So, hey, listen, this was Feel Good Talk Love 101. I'm your host, Charles Brakely, along with the host of Love 101, my man, Naeem Najib. Check us out every Wednesday right here on Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business at 7 p.m. Came on a little late today, but, we had something going on. So we, of course, we came on a little late, but it's all good. It's real life happens sometimes. So again, we'll see you next week, same time. And hold on, since we got some comments left, we might as well get to them. She said, after tearing up my house, I wish my son would say, take your shoes off. Okay. Okay, I got what you said. After tearing up my house. I got you, kid. I know what you said. And we got LC Logan laughing. So again, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great time. Catch us next week, same time, 7 p.m. All right, I'm out of here. See you next week. Peace.